Today I'm going to change the oil in my Predator 3500 generator. I've got it running to warm up so that it'll pick up any contaminants, so that when I drain the oil out, it'll take all the contaminants with it. And we're gonna let that run for a few more minutes, get good and hot, and then we're going to show you how to change this oil. And now what we're gonna do is, we've got to pull a little rubber plug off the bottom to get things going. What you're gonna need for this, you're gonna need a 10 millimeter socket, an extension, your ratchet, some oil to put in it, a good funnel, a cookie sheet, which comes in real handy and you'll see why, and then some brake parts cleaner just in case you've got to clean up any messes. So the first thing we're going to do, I've got a little piece of cardboard under here to get up any spills just in case. I'll flip the generator up on its end, and there is a rubber plug on this end that we're going to pull out. And that is where the oil is going to drain out when we pull the plug for the oil. So then what we're going to do is we're going to set this over top of our cookie sheet, making sure that the little rubber piece is not in the way. And then we are going to remove our oil fill area compartment. Okay, so we're going to pull that out. And then what we're going to do is, there is the oil fill area, and then there is the oil drain area, which is below, which is a 10 millimeter bolt. So I'm gonna loosen that. Okay, I'm gonna double check before I pull it out because I wanna make sure I got my cookie sheet in there good. It looks like I do. I'm going to take the extension and just kind of release this by hand. Okay. Let that oil drain. This bolt that comes out has a washer on it, so make sure you have that, and that puppy is hot from running. And it'll start draining out pretty decently, but if you want it to come out quicker, you just give it a little air by removing the dipstick, and that way it'll make it all drain much quicker. And you can see some sand around here. Not this year, but last year we used this when we went to the Outer Banks, so I still have a bunch of sand in it. I'm probably going to blow it all out with my compressor once we get the oil changed. All right, so we're going to let that drain. We're going to let that drain for about 10 minutes just to make sure everything's out of it, and then we will put the plug back in and fill it up. We've been letting this drain for about 10 minutes, so it should be empty by now. I put the 10 millimeter plug in the end of the extension so I can reach it in and start hand threading it in. So I got that hand tight. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snug it up. Not over tighten it. Alright, and then we're going to put our oil in next. With this kind of funnel, it's actually easier to tilt it up a little bit while you're putting the oil in, and as long as you don't overfill it, you should be okay. So I'm going to get close to the mark, and then I'm going to stop. I'm going to set it back down and then do a little bit at a time. Okay, on the back of the generator it says clean spark arrestor below when changing oil. See manual for details. I don't have the manual anymore, but I'm going to pop this off. I'm going to use a 5/16 nut driver to get this off. And it's still a little warm from running, so I'm going to be careful not to burn my hands too badly. Okay. That seems to be doing it a lot better. I'll let that sit. Let it kind of sink in a little bit, and then I'll blow that off with the air compressor. And that looks like that's going to do a good job. Just put it all back together. I'll probably clean off that little spout sticking out right there with the wire brush, just to make sure there's not any extra goo on it. this out too. Little extra piece in there I didn't know about. So we're gonna spray that. Let that kind of veg in the brake cleaner for a little bit, and then we'll blow it out with the air compressor and put it all back together. Doing things with yourself helps you to be free.
Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and give us a like. You can also follow us on Instagram at BeFreeBensonDIY and check out our adventures on our YouTube channel, Be Free Benson Adventure.